Things have taken another surprising turn around the Indiana Fever, and fans are talking about it everywhere. Following the Fever's game against Chicago, social media quickly filled with debates over several late-game decisions and post-game comments. Some viewers believe the game revealed growing tension inside the organization, while others think people are reading far too much into a few moments. One topic that spread especially fast was speculation about Caitlin Clark's future with the franchise, although there has been no official confirmation that she plans to leave Indiana. Even so, countless clips from that game continue circulating online as fans and analysts break down every possession, every reaction, and every coaching decision in search of answers.
The fact that Stephanie White refuses to credit Caitlin Clark, especially in front of the team, like she already didn't want to give her no credit for the game winner versus the Washington Mystics when she bailed her out. Now Caitlin Clark bailed you out again, you and Kelsey Mitchell, but for whatever reason, you want to keep trying to credit Kelsey Mitchell at the podium. It's weird. It's odd. It makes no sense.
Much of the discussion centers on what fans describe as a pattern that developed throughout the season. Some supporters believe Clark has not always received the recognition they feel she deserves after several standout performances. Those conversations became even louder after a major victory in which Clark delivered an outstanding 30-point double-double, one of the strongest games by a rookie. During the post-game celebration, some viewers noticed that head coach Stephanie White focused on the team's overall effort rather than highlighting Clark individually. While many saw that as a normal coaching approach, others questioned why such a remarkable performance was not mentioned more directly.
Really good job. Okay, really good job. We weathered the storms. Okay, we came together. Y'all, I heard you more in huddles and in timeouts than I've heard you all year long. That matters. That matters, right? The collective positivity, the collective accountability, talking each other up, that is huge, y'all.
That post-game speech immediately became another topic of debate. Fans who supported Clark pointed out that her performance was never specifically mentioned despite the impact she had on the game. Instead, the message focused on teamwork, improvement, and continuing to grow together as a group. Some believed that was exactly what a coach should emphasize after an important win, while others felt Clark's historic night deserved special recognition for the coaching staff.
The way that we came together, going into overtime, coming together and finishing this game. Yes. All right, great job. That we grew today. Yeah. We grew today. I'm proud of you guys.
The conversation didn't stop there. During the post-game press conference, many viewers again noticed that Stephanie White discussed the team's overall performance without spending much time talking about Clark's individual achievements. That approach quickly became another talking point online. Some fans defended the coach by saying she was trying to praise the entire roster, while others argued Clark's performance naturally deserved more attention. Those different reactions only added to the growing discussion surrounding the Fever and kept the spotlight on the team long after the final buzzer.
I think I said this when C was drafted here. It's like when you have the bookends, when you have a point guard, and you have a center that are special. You can build a team around that, and certainly then you add in Kelsey, who had already been here, and she had a quiet 19, right?
The biggest discussion centered on the closing moments of the game. Many fans focused on how the Fever handled several key possessions in overtime. During her press conference, Stephanie White spoke about the importance of contributions from different players, mentioning the balance between the backcourt and the frontcourt while also praising Kelsey Mitchell's performance. That quickly divided opinions because many viewers believed Clark had been the team's driving force throughout the night. Mitchell finished with 19 points, but some fans pointed to a missed layup late in regulation that nearly gave Chicago a chance to come back. The debate grew even louder during overtime when a design play did not end with Clark taking the shot. Since Clark had been perfect from the free throw line and was having one of her best games, many supporters questioned why the final possession unfolded the way it did. Replays showed Clark looking for the ball, and that moment quickly became one of the most discussed clips after the game.
He lied to her. She checked in the game. It's the same play. Same play as last time. I'm going to come off this screen, get 2 free throws. We're going to walk out of this gym, right? Okay, call a timeout. We get the ball at half. They lied to Caitlin Clark. And then Stephanie White has to explain herself after she almost cost them the game.
That sequence created even more speculation among fans. The pass went to Kelsey Mitchell, but the play did not develop as many expected, and the possession ended without the result Indiana wanted. Overtime continued, and television cameras later showed Clark's reaction on the court. Some viewers interpreted her expression as disappointment or frustration, while others believed she was simply focused on the next play. As the clip spread online, countless basketball fans began offering different opinions about what happened and whether the final possession should have been handled differently.
Look at Caitlin Clark, her hands up. What the heck happened? Kelsey Mitchell drops the pass. She knows they messed up. They try to get cute. Why would you do that?
Following the game, social media became filled with different theories about the Fever's late-game decisions. Some supporters argued that Clark should have been trusted with the ball because of the way she had performed throughout the night. Others defended the coaching staff, saying basketball games often require different players to make big plays depending on the defense. Fans also revisited the post-game comments and locker room speech, combining those moments with the overtime possession to support their own opinions. As a result, the conversation shifted beyond one game and became a broader debate about coaching decisions, player recognition, and how the Fever should build around one of the league's brightest young stars moving forward.
Caitlin Clark has lost all faith in Stephanie White and her play calling.
Look at it.
She lied to her. She checked in the game. It's the same play. Same play as last time. I'm going to come off this screen, get 2 free throws. We're going to walk out of this gym, right? Okay, call a timeout. We get the ball at half. They lied to Caitlin Clark.
Because of all those moments, rumors about Clark's future with the organization quickly spread across the internet. Some fans wondered whether she might eventually consider a different path later in her career if frustrations continued, while others pointed out that there has been no official statement suggesting she plans to leave Indiana. At the same time, many supporters emphasized that one difficult game should not define an entire season. Even so, the overtime decisions, the post-game comments, and the online reaction combined to create one of the biggest discussions surrounding the Fever this season, ensuring that attention remained focused on the team long after the game had ended.
Caitlin Clark, look at her face. She's lost all hope, all faith in Stephanie White. She said no. You know the play. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe this. And then it gets worse. Look at the play they drew up. Throw it off the backboard? Come on. Caitlin Clark has no idea what the heck just went on.
This is crazy, man.
The next possession quickly became another major topic of discussion among fans. The play that unfolded in overtime left many viewers confused, with some questioning why the offense developed the way it did while Caitlin Clark appeared ready for the ball. Online reactions described the sequence as a missed opportunity rather than the best option available in such an important moment. Supporters also pointed to Clark's performance throughout the game. She finished with a 30-point double-double, while some reports listed her with 32 points and 7 rebounds. She was perfect from the free throw line, converting all 11 attempts, and she led the team offensively for most of the night. Kelsey Mitchell added 19 points on 7 of 17 shooting, and some fans criticized a late shot attempt that nearly shifted the momentum. Those reactions fueled even more debate about the team's late-game decisions.
Kelsey Mitchell was 7 of 17 for 19 points. Bro, she did. If this lady not scoring, she don't do nothing. She did have maybe this was a career high, 3 assists. I don't know. But like, you don't need to try to insert Kelsey Mitchell into everything.
Many fans argued there was no reason to shift attention away from the player who had carried the offense for most of the game. Throughout social media, some questioned whether Clark received the recognition they believed she deserved after such a strong performance. Others defended Stephanie White, saying basketball is always a team effort and every player contributes in different ways. The discussion quickly became divided, with supporters on both sides sharing their opinions. While critics questioned some coaching choices, others believed the decisions were simply part of managing a competitive game rather than any deliberate attempt to overlook Clark's performance.
Today was the Clark Show with Aaliyah Boston. The two-man game as it's supposed to be. As it's supposed to be. The Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston two-man pick-and-roll show, non-stop, unstoppable. What are you talking about, Kelsey Mitchell?
By the end of the night, one thing was clear to almost everyone watching. Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston had played major roles in keeping Indiana competitive from start to finish. Clark handled the offense, created scoring opportunities, and delivered one of her strongest performances of the season. Even so, many fans felt the post-game conversation focused on other storylines instead of highlighting what Clark accomplished on the floor. That perception led to even more speculation online, with some claiming the organization was not fully embracing its biggest star. However, there has been no official confirmation from Clark or the Indiana Fever that she plans to leave the team. Most of the discussion has come from fan opinions and social media reactions rather than verified reports.
You didn't even mention her 30-point double-double. Didn't even mention it. Kelsey Mitchell was 7 of 17 for 19 points. Bro, if this lady not scoring, she don't do nothing.
For many supporters, the biggest disappointment came after the final buzzer. They expected Clark's performance to receive much more attention during the post-game discussion. Instead, many felt her contribution deserved stronger recognition after one of the most productive games of her season. Whether people agreed or disagreed, that moment became another talking point across basketball media and online discussions.
Mitchell, you don't want to give Caitlin Clark any credit. You don't want to credit her in the locker room. None of that. You didn't mention her 32-point double-double with 7 rebounds. You mentioned none of it. You talked about everything but Caitlin Clark. It's disgusting, bro. It's disgusting.
The reaction from fans continued growing long after the game ended. Some criticized the coaching staff, while others defended the team's approach and argued that too much was being made of one post-game interview. Speculation about Clark's future also spread rapidly across social media, with some claiming she could eventually consider other options. However, those claims remain unverified, and Clark has not publicly announced any decision to leave the Indiana Fever. As of now, the conversation is being driven largely by fan opinions, analysts, and online debate rather than confirmed information from Clark or the organization.
And you want to try to credit Kelsey Mitchell. You want to try to credit Kelsey Mitchell. You want to get it to the podium after this lady damn near threw the game alongside you being a bonehead, and you want to credit Kelsey Mitchell. You don't want to give Caitlin Clark any credit. You don't want to credit her.
The debate surrounding the game has now become much bigger than one possession or one interview. Supporters continue discussing coaching decisions, player roles, and whether Clark is receiving the recognition they believe she has earned. Others argue that every competitive team experiences criticism during a long season and that too many conclusions are being drawn from a single